Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view.
Matching 100. All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks, standing at 6'5".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know.
This is Geis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. 20! Complete. Richardson has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going at? And now off to the races, down the right side. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed.
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a run with Geis. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Geis, they'll try to run it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now, a field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here we go with Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Ready? 15-1. 15-1. Coming this way. Here we go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. Go to base. Get that ball, Dean. Get that ball.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 44, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Geis going right. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, this is Geis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just... take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, it's Geis. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Redskins scoop it. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Foreman. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Foreman, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Oh, here we go.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 4th down.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Wrap it.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. It's caught. Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there. 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Haskins gets this to Reed, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Haskins to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Mike Daniels racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on first down. Foreman, they'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Check, check. Lucky. Kill.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here's Haskins throwing right, and that's complete. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Motion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jones now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Good starting field position.